Imagine waking up tomorrow and discovering the world no longer exists. No cities, no internet, no governments, just silence. Because one decision, made in less than 10 minutes, almost triggered a nuclear war that could have wiped out hundreds of millions of people. This is not science fiction. This really happened. And the most terrifying part. Most people alive today have never heard the full story. This is the day the world almost ended. The year was 1962. The Cold War was at its peak. Two superpowers controlled the fate of humanity, the United States and the Soviet Union. Both nations possessed thousands of nuclear weapons, weapons powerful enough to destroy entire cities in seconds. And if they were ever launched, there would be no going back. This terrifying possibility was called mutually assured destruction. In simple terms, if one side attacked, the other side would respond, and both civilizations would be destroyed. For years, the world lived under this shadow. But in October 1962, something happened that pushed humanity closer to nuclear war than ever before. On October 14, 1962, an American spy plane flew over Cuba. The photos it captured shocked everyone. Hidden in the Cuban countryside were Soviet nuclear missile bases, missiles capable of striking the United States in just a few minutes. Cities like Washington, D.C., New York, Miami could all be destroyed almost instantly. When the photographs reached the White House, President John F. Kennedy faced the most dangerous decision of his life. Do nothing and allow nuclear missiles to remain in Cuba, or attack the missile bases and risk starting World War III. For the next 13 days, the world held its breath. American military forces were placed on DEFCON 2, one step away from nuclear war. Bombers carrying nuclear weapons waited in their air. Submarines armed with nuclear missiles moved silently beneath the ocean. Meanwhile, Soviet ships carrying more weapons were sailing toward Cuba. President Kennedy made a bold move. He ordered a naval blockade around Cuba. Any Soviet ship attempting to cross the line would be stopped or destroyed. For a moment, the entire world seemed frozen, because if those ships continued forward, war would begin. Then came the most dangerous moment. October 27, 1962, a U.S. spy plane was shot down over Cuba. The pilot was killed. American military leaders demanded immediate retaliation. Many believed war had already begun. But something even more terrifying was happening deep underwater. A Soviet submarine was being hunted by American warships. The crew inside believed World War III had already started. They prepared to launch a nuclear torpedo, a weapon powerful enough to destroy an entire fleet. To fire the torpedo, 3 officers had to agree. 2 said yes, 1 said no. His name was Vasili Arkhipov. He refused to launch the weapon, and because of that decision, the nuclear torpedo was never fired. Many historians believe that moment saved the world. Back on the surface, tension continued to grow, but behind the scenes, secret messages were being exchanged between the United States and the Soviet Union. Both sides realized the same terrifying truth. If either country made the wrong move, human civilization could end. Finally, an agreement was reached. The Soviet Union would remove the missiles from Cuba. In return, the United States promised not to invade their island. Secretly, America also agreed to remove its own nuclear missiles from Turkey. After 13 days of fear, the crisis ended. The missiles were dismantled, and the world stepped back from the edge of nuclear war. The Cuban Missile Crisis is often called the closest humanity has ever come to destroying itself, not because of technology, but because of human decisions. In those 13 days, the fate of billions of people rested in the hands of only a few individuals. And one quiet decision, made inside a submarine, may have saved the entire planet. It reminds us of something powerful. History is not just shaped by leaders. Sometimes, it is shaped by a single person who chooses not to press a button. The terrifying truth is, this was only one moment in history when the world almost ended. There have been several others. Events so dangerous that a single mistake could have erased civilization, and most people have never heard about them. If you want to discover the other moments when humanity came dangerously close to extinction. Subscribe to their insightful archive, because history is full of secrets, and some of them almost destroyed the world.